What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel for another match preview, my people. We are playing against Everton this Saturday, 5:30 kickoff UK time. Yes, the Merseyside Blues are coming over to the Emirates Stadium. This should be fun and this should be entertaining. The reason why I say that is because Everton has been one of those teams that has been going under the radar, and they've been getting some big results as well. David Moyes has made them perform very well this season, I have to say. Look, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City are the teams that have collected the most points on the road this season, and Everton comes in the fourth place for collecting the most points this season. So this is a team that is actually performing very well, I have to say. I'm going to show you the 5 last games they have played on the screen in a bit, but amazingly they won 3 of those 5 games and they lost 2 times, right? And it is, to me, it is very impressive that they have been collecting so many points away from home. So it's going to be very interesting on Saturday to see what they will be able to do against us, the Gunners, right? These are the 5 games they have played lately, and I'm going to start from the bottom and upwards. They played against Fulham, and we know how Fulham has performing this season in their home ground. Very difficult place to go to, and Everton went over there and they managed to beat Fulham 2-1. And then they played in their home ground against Bournemouth in a game where I thought Everton should have won that one, but they lost that one 2-1, I believe was the result. And then they played again in their home ground against Manchester United, their rivals, and they managed to lose that one 1-0 to Manchester United. They shouldn't have lost that one game. They should not have lost that game, but they lost it 1-0. And look at this one. They played against Newcastle in their home ground, right? Newcastle's home ground, and they managed to beat them 3-2, people. Very impressive result against Newcastle. And the last one they played was against Burnley, and they managed to beat them 2-0. Tarkowski scoring the first goal for them, and then Drew Burris-Hall scoring the second goal for them. So I have to say, Everton has been very impressive this season, and the amount of points they've been collecting on the road is very impressive, I have to say. I really have to say that. Very impressive. David Moyes is getting a tune out of this team, people. And then you have the Gunners, us, Arsenal, and we've been taking care of business, I have to say. We have been taking care of business, and we're going to look at the 5 last games that we played as well. But we've been getting results. We've been winning our games, except for the last game that we played, and that was in the Champions League. But we're going to talk about that one in a bit. But these are the 5 last games that we played, right? And we're going to start from the bottom as usual. We played against Wolverhampton, where we drew that one 2-2 in a game where we should have won, people. We should have won that one. And then we played against Tottenham, people. We smashed them 4-1. Easy day in the North London derby, people. And then we played against the Blues, Chelsea. We beat them 2-1. Absolutely brilliant game it was. I really enjoyed that one. And then we went over to Brighton's home ground, people, and we managed to nick the victory by 1-0, people. And then we played against Mansfield in the FA Cup, and we managed to get a victory there, and that was 2-1 victory for Arsenal. And then we played on the weekend, or was it on Wednesday evening? It was against Bayer Leverkusen in a game where I thought we performed very poorly, very poorly. Look, the first half was okay, I have to say. The first half was okay, but the second half was very poor from the boys. And I have to say that Bukayo Saka in that game looked horrendous in that second half. I don't know what has happened to the boy, but he didn't have a good game against Bayer Leverkusen. But we managed to get a draw against Bayer Leverkusen. Even though it was away from home, we managed to get a draw against them. That game ended 1-1. So we cannot play like that against Everton in the Emirates Stadium. So I'm hoping that our boys would brush off that little bit of a draw that we had and then come back out and play against Everton with honor and courage and with a good performance as well, people. That is what we're going to see. Hopefully, that is what we're looking forward to in the weekend. Arsenal versus Everton, and who should be starting in this game, the starting 11 for this game. I'm going to give you the starting 11 that Arteta will go with, and I think he's going to do a couple of couple of rotations, I should say, right? Against Everton. I think Ben White will be coming in. I think Calafiori will be coming back in, because both of those players are fit and ready to play, my people. So these are the starting 11 I think Arteta will go with. Raya will play in the goal, right? He will be the goalkeeper, and Ben White will play as a right back this time. And I'm going to give Jurriën Timber a bit of a break. He has been playing a lot of games, this guy. So Ben White as a right back, Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes central defenders, no changes there whatsoever. And then Hinkepe will get a bit of a break as well. I will bring in Calafiori into that left back position, and then in that midfield it will be Declan Rice, Zubimendi and Eberechi Eze. I know Kai Havertz is back, but I want to continue with Eberechi Eze in that midfield as the number 10, and then the three front men will be, I know Bukayo Saka had a horrendous second half in the game against Bayer Leverkusen. He didn't look like himself in that second half, and that was the first time I ever saw Bukayo Saka being so poor in a game, right? Usually when he's not having a good game, he tends to do a lot of helping out with the defending, but in that second half in the game against Bayer Leverkusen, he didn't do that, nor did he perform very well. But I will still play him on the weekend. I will stick him on the right side, Bukayo Saka on the right side, Martinelli on the left side, and Victor Gyökeres up front. Those are my starting 11 I think Arteta will come with for this game, right? He may do a couple of substitutions in the second half, but that's the starting 11 he's going to come with. Now, what sort of a predicted scoreline do I have for this one? I think this is going to be a very, very interesting game to watch, and I think it's going to be a difficult game against Everton. They are performing. They're sitting as their number 8 in that table, and they are only 5 points away from Liverpool and Chelsea, who's sitting as the 6th and the number 5 on that table. So very interesting if they can get a result against us, the Arsenals, right, in the Emirates Stadium. But I hope we get the victory. I really hope so. So I'm going to say it's going to be 2-1 for Arsenal in this game. It is in our home ground. We should take the 3 points, and hopefully we will do that. That is the match preview, my people. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I wish you a good day. Take care.